how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim. Welcome to Mid-Morning Chat here in Georgia, just south of Macon, Georgia, at a wonderful, beautiful, secure, gorgeous place here with fantastic weather, unlike what's coming to my home in the next 48 hours. We're going to talk about it in a minute, but let me first just show you. The place is sold out. There's a couple of spaces here, but the people are going to come, I'm sure, or maybe they're like a hotel where they always leave one or two empties. So if something happened, like with this space right here, that they have to, they had to move somebody because the electric doesn't work. But I've already told you guys the story. I was very lucky to meet the young lady that's running the place, and I'm going to move from there to here. Oh my, I forget. I have to check out of here by noon because someone's going to be there, and I got to get out, and I got a long way to go to right here. But anyway, I wanted to make sure I mentioned early on. Yesterday evening, I made a video, and the title of it, I actually edited and included the words about GoFundMe. The young lady that runs this place lost her home. She had a camper, and 4 big pecan trees were uprooted, and she lost everything. Living with her mother, I guess. She came by here to help me with my password and for the internet here and all that. And we got to talking, and it turns out, you know, all this stuff that I tried to share last night. So I said, well, give me that link. I'll you have to forgive me, that sun is getting on my glaucoma. So, I said, send me a link. I'll contribute. And so I got her GoFundMe link, and it was a goal of spider I saw or something. Yeah, of $50,000 that she's looking for, which is like chump change really to rebuild your life. She's just trying to get another camper, and she had the trees removed, electrical put back in, plumbing. I mean, everything was uprooted when these pecan trees came out. She's going to sell the pecan tree wood, get it cut up, and get some money back for what it will cost her to have those trees removed. So she's going in baby steps. She's very smart, and she does a very good job. They're very lucky to have her here to help us. And her heart went out to a lot of people that she had to turn away because there were no availability. And I was very lucky to get this spot right here, only because there's no electric on it. And I said, well, I have a generator. And she said, well, you can be on it, and your generator's fine if you want to run it. And I know that goes against the grain with people, but I got her permission. And I'm sheltering in place like everybody is and doing the best I can. Now, tomorrow it's only going to be a high of 77, so most likely we won't need to run it. We don't need it for cooking or anything except an air conditioner. So, and at night we don't need it at all. So just a little while during the day, and you could run it when I was in the Tropicana. Anyway, I wanted to say, I put her link, I pinned it in the comments of last night's video that has a title with GoFundMe in it, because someone sent me a fairly large contribution to buy me a coffee because they said, hey, I would like to help her out, but you did not provide a link, and yet they trust me to do it, and I did. And they also said, to make sure that you keep some of that money for you and Fred and Rafaela while you shelter in place to help out with the cost that you're incurring to exist and to live. And so we're going to do that. But we gave the lion's share to her, and we also earlier that day made our own contribution to her. And she gave me the link, but I failed to mention it and everything, but I pinned it in the comments once again on last night's video. There's going to be so many people that need help already, from Helene in Florida and North Carolina, and of course in 48 hours those in Tampa and Sarasota, if that thing comes in like they say. So you can pick your poison. There's so many charitable things you can do. But if you would like to help out Miss Tori, I have provided that link for her GoFundMe fund. Now, when I contributed to that, I was notified by GoFundMe, because I've never done it before, that you are protected for 1 year. There cannot be any shenanigans with these GoFundMes. If you ever found out someone was scamming you, or it wasn't true, or they were pocketing the money, or for any other unscrupulous thing, you get your money back for 1 year. It's a very safe thing to do. And I can personally vouch. I haven't seen her damages or whatever. I don't need to go there. I know her, I'm talking to her, and I'm a good judge of character. And she is the real deal. And so she didn't want to deal with FEMA anymore because of how they turned her down and were really cold to her. So she just did what a lot of people do today, called GoFundMe. She has a $50,000 goal. She's only at $2,800 right now. And she's going to, after she achieves her goal, going to give any remaining dollars to someone else that she's already got in mind that lost everything in Florida under Helene, a nurse, and put the money over to her. So, I mean, that right there is very admirable. So she told me last night when she gave me the link, she's so humble. She said, you know, you don't even have to give anything, but if you can pass it on, if you can be a help, to get it out, so she can start streaming again. Maybe she doesn't have internet or something. And I don't know what that meant, but the fact is, I put the link up, and when you go on GoFundMe and you make a donation, you're notified that your money went there. You're notified that if you share the link with your friends on your social media or just to one of your relatives, it's kind of like the AI understands it, and they notify you and they say, someone else looked at your link or clicked on it, or someone else actually donated. And if you'd like to know who that was, you can fill out a username and stuff. But I don't care who the people are that are doing it, as long as they do it or share the link. And so I've already been notified. And I want to say thank you very much. And of course, Tori greatly appreciates the individual that sent money to me yesterday on Buy Me a Coffee. So now you don't have to go through me. Now I don't want you to do that ever again. You go on the GoFundMe. Buy Me a Coffee is something that I take as support to pay forward to others or to buy coffees. And in this case, people are being a little extra generous because we're out here, and might, end up losing a lot of stuff, especially Fred and Joe. I don't know why I keep calling her Joe. Fred and Raphael. So don't use me or Buy Me a Coffee for Miss Tori. The link is there for you to do it on your own. The link is there, right in the comments. I pinned it. It's at the very top of the comments. It'll stay there on that video. And so there you go. If you want to help out Miss Tori, and then there's plenty of other people we can be helping out in the days and the weeks to come from these horrible disasters that seem to keep just coming in one after the other. I don't understand it. But let's move on to another topic, folks. Trying to keep it upbeat, trying to keep it positive for you. I'm very grateful, very happy that my home, every pair of underwear I own, socks, I'm not going to lose anything. I have it all right here. And God saw that. And I'm also providing shelter for my dear friends. So when I bought that October a year ago, God saw a lot of reasons why I used it. To travel the country for my own enjoyment and to make some content, to live in it, not have to pay high rent, to provide shelter for Fred and Rafaela, to be here, to meet Miss Tori, for my community. It's all planned out. God knows the beginning from the end. He knows how many hairs are on your head. God is good. But moving on to keep it upbeat, I just want to say we're going to be in this spot later today. And we'll be a few more spots down in 2 more days where I've already reserved. And we're going to get through. And we're going to probably return on Saturday to find out. Hopefully this thing will fizzle out to nothing but a thunderstorm. And only a few garbage cans will be blown over. But we all know the reality is that it's definitely coming, and it's definitely going to hit west coast of Florida. And a lot of people are going to be, I don't even know who's going to insure anybody down in Florida anymore. I'm telling you, it's really a terrible time. And those terrible times leads me to my next thing. Folks, I made a video 30 minutes ago. That's why you're watching this late. I'm calling it morning chat, and it's already 10:30. I went off. And I just couldn't post it. There's too much. Our country needs leadership. And I went off promoting one side over the other, and I'm trying to, just promote people to vote. It's in God's hand. What's going to be is going to be. But I've just been listening and hearing to some things that have convinced me of the direction I'm going, that I wanted to try to promote that and not disparage the other side, but bring some truths and realities as to what our country is looking at and what we're facing if it goes the other way, in my opinion. And apparently in the opinion of half the country or more. So I'll leave that of your own conscience, that you will be directed and nudged to do the right thing when you vote. But I'm here to tell you, like Elon Musk said, you must vote. If we have any chance at all for you to have what you think is your values for our country, whether it be on that side or that side, you must vote. A lot of things have happened that's going to stop some people from voting. They're going to be so busy trying to get their lives back together, or their voting precincts might be destroyed and they don't know where to go or what to do. It's going to make it even closer than it is already. This thing can be decided by 500 or 1,000 votes, they're saying. I can't tell you, folks, how much I want to implore you to vote. I don't want to see our country change to something else or go down the road of what they say. And none of the other things that the ideas they're talking about are I'm in favor for. I'm in favor for the way I grew up, with some new technology, some conveniences. I like new stuff, easier way to stuff. I like YouTube, I like internet, but I don't like it being used for the wrong things. I don't like wars. I don't like crime. I don't like hatefulness that people can do behind their keyboards in their basement. I don't like all these things that are bad that they're doing. I don't like all this disparaging and this dividing. And I don't like what people are not even saying they're going to do, not even saying that they're going to do, should they get power to do it. It's horrifying. And so just vote. I'm just going to leave it at that. Like I said, I made a video earlier and I couldn't post that because too many people, and you can say the same about me, they got their mind made up and they hear you. Some have already told me I'm a moron because I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. That part of it, I've let the cat out of the bag because I am a conservative. And I vote for making America great again. I vote for closing our borders. I vote for bringing costs down. I vote for putting America first, Americans first, jobs first, all the things. Do I like everything about him? What he says, puts his foot in his mouth, comes off, but he's who he is. He's not going to change. I'm who I am. Believe it or not, I ain't going to change either. I have changed. I've grown up. I try to improve, but I'm still Tim. You're still who you are. People don't really change, really. So what good would it do to be out here and offend half my audience or a third of them or however many of them that think of things politically in a different way? That is not what I'm here to do on my channel. I'm here to bring positivity and share things and help people out with places they can go and see and just entertain. And I want to keep it at that. I really do. But we are in an election year. It is time to vote. And we need to vote. We can't ignore it. And I've heard people say they're not going to. They don't like either one. I'm like, well, that's just dumb. So now let's move on. Besides that, we are in a beautiful place. And there are some really nice RVs in here. Wow. I'd like to go around and show them to you. But right now I've got to get busy and dump my tanks. And I really don't have to. I can dump them over here. Where's my thing? There it is right here. Little thing right there. There's my water. And there's my electric. It doesn't work. But I'm going to use my generator, and I've got express permission to do so. In fact, I hear generators now. People running them in their big Class A's. I don't know why, but they're doing it. A lot of action going on here this morning. A lot of people coming and going, sheltering in place from Florida. And it's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful, tomorrow high of 77, a low of 56. Just amazing. I mean, it's kind of like a vacation, but we are all in the reality of what's going on. I don't want to keep harping because she watches my videos and her family does too, and I don't want to worry them. But Miss Raffaella is a very concerned person. And so she, you know, we have to try to keep her calm all the time. And Fred and I are doing that. But one thing for sure, she's never even been in an RV before. And she is happy that she's in it. She's taken over in there because she's a woman of the house and she cooks it up. She does a good job for Fred. Fred's just coming back from the shower house. He's going inside there. And she loves this place because this place is beautiful. This place is safe. This place is awesome. So while she's, of course, worried about losing potentially everything they own, all her very personal things that she's had for 60 years that have no real value other than to her, she doesn't want to lose one thing. And so we're trying to keep her calm. She has moments every day, throughout the day, where we got to, you know, calm her down. Bless her heart. So Fred's doing good. I'm doing good. You are supporting us, the community, all 177,612 of you. You beautiful souls out there that are encouraging and commenting and praying and helping and supporting. God bless all of you for that. We really appreciate it. Everything that's ever come in and done and said, I share with them. And we're taking care of what we got to take care of here for the rent, fuel, cost, food, gas, everything. So thank you so much. And so it's going to be great. Today's going to be warm, but tomorrow's going to be, like I said, much nicer and colder tomorrow night. We might have to run some heat, some Floridians running heat. Can you believe it? But most likely to be comfortable in there. But yeah, she's in there cooking it up, man, on that kitchen. Made the best lemon chicken I ever ate in my life last night. I've already had like 2 pots of coffee, so don't have my coffee this morning to share with you. I was late getting out here. Like I said, I made video earlier. I let her look at it. I said, we can't put that up. We just can't do that, you know? And that's not what the channel has been about. But I'm up to here. And a lot of you are up to here. And it's becoming crunch time. We have to vote. We have to do something. So vote your conscience, folks. Do what you think is best. Whatever your values are, I support you. I really do. But support those that have a difference of opinion. Don't call them a moron or they don't understand. They may be. But people are people. People have let who they let influence them by what they read, what they taught themselves, what they let other people think for them about, what they listen to, what they grew up believing from their parents. And that's just who they are, and people don't change. That's why I say Donald Trump, he ain't gonna change. He's Donald Trump. Just get over it. But if you think he's the best man as a businessman to turn this country around and help us, that we definitely need help. This is not good. The direction we're going is not good. In my opinion, the direction they want to continue going and the things that they don't even tell you they're going to do, that's the big thing. That's the part I was talking about in my first video that I just can't post, because not only is it speculation or sound like conspiracy, or it's just going to make people mad. I might have already made some mad now because I've said who I'm voting for. I'm proud of who I'm voting for. You know, years ago, folks, everybody said, I'm voting for this one, or I'm voting for that one. Nobody had any shyness about saying it. Okay, you vote there. Okay, I'm voting this way. And that was the end of it. But now people are gun shy. They're all cowered down like, oh, I don't even want to say it because, you know, my family disowns me. We have arguments. I got divorced over it. My girlfriend and I broke up. My family member don't want to talk to me anymore. I mean, this is just stupid. Just say who you are, what you're doing. Yeah, it's a private thing. It's a personal choice of who you vote. That's why they got a curtain. That's true too. That's true too. I get it. So, but this thing about being cowered down, of being berated or hated on because you vote for a certain way, and both sides, I'm talking about both sides. It's not fair for any one side, but, oh man, that's a tough one too. Maybe it's not fair for them to berate you, but it is fair for people to say, look, Have you considered this? Did you know this? Do you want that? Are those your values? Do you love America? So you got to be able to articulate, to persuade people to come on board. You know, you get a lot more bees with honey. But by just calling names and dropping into the trenches like that, people just go defensive on you. And it's an exercise in futility. So if you act in love and kindness and help and sow good seed and do for others, God's going to see you through your life and provide for you like he's providing for us. He knew when I got this a year ago, this month, all the good reasons and needs it would come in handy for, besides just a roof over my head. It's just amazing. And then to be able to come here at this beautiful place and meet Miss Tori, a beautiful soul that needs help. And now we've provided through the YouTube link and helping her out by talking about it to my beautiful souls, my community that might see a way to help her. She's living with her mom right now. She got nothing. Aline took it out. This place was closed for a week. I mean, I drove up here, I saw all kind of damage. And this is something coming in to my house. I mean, where I was parked may not exist anymore. I was parked in a sea of RVs, mobile homes, aluminum for miles around, square miles. Manatee County, Sarasota County is home to some of the largest mobile home RV parks in America, besides out west in Arizona and stuff, where the East Coast doesn't have it as much. That's all valuable real estate over there. You got to have money. But these were established years ago, and they're still there. They're grandfathered in, and they've never had a hurricane in 100 years hit Sarasota directly. And I can just imagine all the aluminum and the destruction if it comes in anywhere close to what they're talking about. And so I'm so glad I didn't choose to move into a sticks and bricks yet. What if we went out, Miss T and I, and we rented something? We went out and bought all new furniture because we have nothing and spent money. And then this come in and wipe everything out. And we're just squatters, renters, with no renter's insurance. We have to do it all over again. Versus keeping this and hooking it up and getting out of Dodge twice now in 2 weeks. And still got all my underwear and socks. And will have. Because I won't go back until it's all clear. And if there's nothing to go back to, I'm going to make some more decisions. And you'll be the first to know. And where God's going to take me in my life, where I'm going to be, Florida, Arizona, California, New York, Kentucky, who knows? Who knows? You tell God your plans if you want to make him laugh. That's what they say. You want to make God laugh? Tell him what your plans are. But folks, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. I got the best community in all of YouTube. Everybody that comments, my new subscribers are going up. I saw the numbers going up again. That's because you're doing what I asked you. Thank you so much for that. And what was it? To hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up on my videos because it doesn't cost you anything. And it helps the algorithm of YouTube to push the videos out to other viewers that might discover this entertaining viral content. And they would like to be one of the part of the community too, that we can all get to know and they can get to know us. Because it's important for us to be together and stick together. So let's just crush it.